Hello, friends from the comic book world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the October 7th, 2024 FOC. Hector and I, we work for a Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell internationally around the world. And aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter X at PRH International Comics, where we'll post some news and updates on those platforms, so definitely check that out. And we'll go ahead and get started on our picks for this week. And first up is Hector.
Yeah, it's me with Artbound and number one, and this is cover E 1 in 10 by Rose Bash. We talk about Rose Bash on this channel all the time. We're big fans. And this is such a beautiful art. And this is the new book coming from Scott Snyder and Frank Thierry and Tom Hardy. Yes, the actor Tom Hardy. And his first foray into comics, and it's illustrated by Ryan Smallman. And if you don't know the story, just a little bit, it's in the future where the Earth is it's a wasteland, and there's this company called Zintech, Zinitech, and um, they are, the biggest, and they'll match energy of chromium. They kind of harness, I should say, the energy of chromium, and they go across the universe, sort of, mining this material. And these group of sorry, I'm like losing my place here where I'm going. I'm just gonna read it. So when Kai, a rising star meditator in Syntax army, gets an unexplained message from a mysterious entity, everything he thinks he believes is thrown into question and leaves him to explore what it truly means to be human in a world where boundaries of technology and identity blur. You should check out the other covers also for this. They're amazing, all of them. I mean, I picked this one. This was my favorite of the bunch, but they're all very, very good. It looks very interesting. It's sort of like a cyberpunk space sort of thing, and it's with a great creative team, including, obviously Scott Snyder and Frank Cherry, but also having Tom Hardy drop it in the mix. It's going to be very interesting to follow the story. And then, the amazing art by Ryan Smallman. So there you go. And this art, I mean, there's not much to say. It's just classic, beautiful art by Rose Besh. There you go.
All right, and then my pick is Kid Venom issue number 3. This is written and created and cover by Tagami. I mentioned this before, very much, yes, excited for this title, obviously. And this I mentioned before, but I'll explain here. Set in 10th century Japan, we have the superhero Kintaro who in efforts to protect his own village. He embraces the symbiote and symbiote Clinter and takes the symbiote on his own, and of course, takes those abilities as well. So I pick this cover because it's cool. I like the design. Carnage, really cool. I love the
Yeah.
very casual the I'm
I
laughing
gotta
because I like
say,
the leg up,
yeah, and this is such a pose that by looking at it, I was like, yep, G is gonna go for it because it's like it looks very, you know, I don't know what word to put it in it, but it reminds me a lot of the BL covers for some reason, and it's just like being sexy, and it's awesome. Yeah, sexy and terrifying at the same
but
time.
then
It's
it
awesome.
looks like the way the leg is positioned, it looks very uncomfortable because it's tilted. Like
Yeah,
the foot is like it's like not the foot is not on the like it's flat. So I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
that must hurt.
Well, but I
Just
mean,
for
he
this
has a
cover.
symbiote, so he lives with the symbiote. He can do whatever he wants with his body,
I say
basically.
that, but
So
there are times when I'm like, eating dinner
Yeah.
and somehow my leg
And
is
it
up
was
like
like, oh,
that.
Corey's watching.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's the fairy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who
I
knows
very
what's
much enjoy
comfortable
this.
for each
All
person? Yeah.
right, next up.
Anyways, amazing cover. That's all. That was what we wanted to say. And we continue with Kahori, Reshape of Worlds #1. And this is the Maria Wolf variant. This is an anthology of stories, and it includes, Ryan Little and other writers, Honey David and other illustrators. And it's the first time in comics for Kahori, this character that was first introduced in the What If season 2 series in Disney Plus, the animated series. And this is a Mohawk. If you don't know Kahori, Kahori is a Mohawk warrior who and was, like I said, introduced in season 2 of What If, and she was able to find uh, these powers and use them to save her people and her world from the demented Doctor Strange from What If. And now and if you haven't seen it, you should watch the What If series, and especially that episode with Kahori. It's very She has a very important role in that series and in the multiverse. And now we get to see more stories about Kahori, and then we're gonna Ryan Little's story is gonna launch her into 616. So it's gonna be very interesting. And this art, Maria Wolf, I mean, she kills it every time, and this is no exception. And you see sort of Kahori's power of drawing all these spirits around her, um, in they're all wolves, which is very, very cool. And she's just running with it, literally running with them. So very cool, very, very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to this one because I love the character.
All right, my next pick is Negasonic Teenage Warhead issue #1. This is the Audrey Muck variant. Obviously, Negasonic is very much popularized recently because of the Deadpool Wolverine movie. But this one is a one-shot that collects the entire Marvel Voices Infinity Comics arc. So they're taking that and putting it into print. And of course, it's going to have a new story alongside of that as well. So definitely pick it up if you're fans of the digital comic that came out. And of
Hmm.
course, finally, if you want a physical copy. And then I
Yes.
picked it because I just love the very chaotic baton hitting, but also romantic scene between Ellie and her girlfriend Yuki on the cover. This love drama amongst the chaos of intense fighting. It's kind of
Yeah,
ridiculous and also like ridiculous, but in a very funny way. So I very much enjoy the look of this cover and wanted to pick this up. So this is my pick for this week. Mhm.
very cool. And we continue with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2024 run. #4, this is a variant retail incentive 1 in 100 by Paulo Rivera. Such a beautiful piece of art. So very cool, sort of looking a little bit like Norman Rockwell, but also such a, slice of life kind of scene with the turtles kind of baking pizza, and April right there kind of looks like she's recording Leo going through the recipe. And then you got Donatello using a stone oven, and Raph sort of just not just trying to fight the pizza, maybe. I don't know. And then Mikey in the back just flipping the pizzas in the air. It's very, very cool. And obviously, this is an amazing run. And everybody's loving this run by Jason Aaron that just started, and illustrated by Chris Burnham. So, yeah, and again, another one that has tons and tons of variants that are all very, very cool. Again, this was my favorite, but there's so many others. You need to check them all out if you haven't yet, for
Mhm.
sure.
All right, next up we have a Welcome to Maynard. This is issue number one. This is the cover B Chrysamne variant. So this one, it's at a very unusual hotel. It's a place where the guest staff member has magic in their veins. A hotel is filled and for magicians, witches, any otherworldly beings. It's also where we have the main character, Pip Dale, who begins her first day as the hotel's bellhop. And also on the side, Hush Hush. I don't know if it's a Hush Hush. Maybe she embraces this, but she's a trainee of a trainee detective, basically. So part bellhop, part detective, and she immediately gets thrust into this mystery involving an enchanted like thief. But like the problem is, yeah, thief is like theft is a bad thing, but it becomes deadly as well, which is the issue here, well, the main issue. So basically this is for people who want to be enchanted by like this magical story slash hotel story. It welcomes you in as a hotel does, and yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. So uh
Yeah.
it's a four-issue series, crime series. So yeah, I like this cover just because I love how everyone sort of like spawns out of themselves, like the out of the
Like,
middle. Like
yeah,
there's some guy in the plants. The cat looks
yeah,
like it would be crushed, but somehow not
yeah.
crushed. I just
Well,
love
it's
how everyone
magic,
just
so
kind of, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
really
love it.
cool.
I love how he's all this chaos in one hotel luggage cart.
Uh-huh.
It's
And then
awesome.
like
I
that
like
may
it.
or may not be a body inside that bag.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, is that a body bag? Because it
Wow.
does look like a little bit like a body bag.
Uh-huh.
And also I love that the whole story of and the concept of it's sort of like the sweet life of second Cody mixed in with the Dresden Files is very
Mhm,
cool. So
mhm.
yeah, another one that I definitely would need to read. Yes. Yes, and that's it for the picks, but we always finish with a little bit of news. And Dark Horse has just announced that the debut of this original graphic novel by Spanish Alex Vede, who is a amazing artist, comic artist, cover book artist, and it's the first time he has done written and illustrated a graphic novel, and also well in English. So, and this is aside from the beautiful art that you're seeing here, which is striking. There's also the story, which is in 1512 during the this expedition of Spanish soldiers make landfall into Yucatan. Did I say the name of the Yucatan by 1512? I don't think I did say the title. It's called Yucatan 1512. And this expedition lands in 1512 in the coast of Yucatan Peninsula in 1512, and then they are in searching for the Magian city of gold. And as they're going there, you get to know this main character, which is Sororia, who is this grizzled old soldier, and he he sort of like wants to he decided to go into the expedition and sort of tries to disappear from his old life. And while they're exploring and looking for the Magian Gold City, what his commander kills a native, and is about to kill a native kid, but Soroyan decides to step in and save the little kid. But that also it means he has to like run away from his unit, and he's on the run. But while he's on the run and with this kid, they run into these creatures, these ancient creatures in the Yucatan Peninsula, and there's a little bit of magic, mysticism, mythology, and of course, there's also the mystery of the Golden City involved. So it sounds extremely cool, very good, And at the same time, if you check out the art by Alex Vede, you'll see you have a very good example here with the cover. But you should check out his art. Just go to his Instagram or ArtStation. You're gonna see so much beautiful art. So I'm really, really excited to see also the interior. This has only been published. I believe he only published it self-published a couple of years ago. So it's the first time it's going to be widely available all around the world. And I should say it's next year in May. So looking forward to this one. I think this one's going to be extremely cool. And of course, I always love the stories where they mixed in, Latin American mythology with fantasy science fiction. So this is going to be very good. Excellent. That's it.
Yep, and that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. And as always, Hector and I, we enjoy doing these, so definitely check back to the channel next week and comment down below on what you'll be picking up on this FOC. That's it for today, and bye everyone.
Bye.